I think there's a lot of questions right now with respect to, specifically with respect to commercial real estate about valuation, but these vehicles also have a role to play in terms of sorting out what the market demand is for the real estate and putting pricing on it.
Talk about that massive amount of wealth that's transferring, and I guess the importance of having these types of funds in place for those commercial real estate properties, or maybe that private equity.
Well, and these funds are going to play an important role for, the generation of investors who, maybe they invested 20, 30 years ago. And so these vehicles will provide incremental liquidity, buying into an established real estate position, putting it alongside other real estate investments, managing it in a diversified way. In some ways, it's going to facilitate the transfer of the assets from one generation to another. In the not just the interval fund market does that with respect to real estate. The real estate category is the second largest category in the interval fund marketplace. But as you know, the REIT marketplace, the non-listed REIT marketplace, is massive in terms of how diversified pools of commercial real estate are managed. And so that those vehicles all allow for the exit of older investors and bringing in newer investors. And I think there's a lot of questions right now with respect to, specifically with respect to commercial real estate about valuation, but these vehicles also have a role to play in terms of sorting out what the market demand is for the real estate and putting pricing on it. And so likewise, the same could be said for wealth creation from the establishment of a private business. And mergers and acquisitions in the US can drive a lot of capital markets activity. And we have in the interval fund market, we have venture capital strategies who invest at very early stages of company growth, like seed round or A round. But we also have late stage type private equity buyout type investment. There's also an example of even later stage, some of these unicorn companies that have stayed private longer. There's a gray share that exists for employee shares in those unicorn companies. There's actually an interval fund that provides liquidity for those employees. And so once again, a lot of wealth creation happening in the private markets, and some of these vehicles are providing new points of entry, but they're also providing liquidity for people who maybe want to reduce their position.